Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch was a launch in 2021 that updated Bethune's original 2016 World Traveler. This is the Bethune DB25 GMT Starry Varius. So the original World Traveler was a bit busier aesthetically, and Denis Flageolet felt that there was room for improvement. So 5 years later, he came out with the DB25 GMT Starry Varius, which is both easier to read and more aesthetically consonant. So what are we talking about? 42 millimeters in grade 5 titanium, 13.3 millimeters thick, 49.8 from lug to lug with the 22 millimeter spacing in between the lugs. On my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, it wears nicely. It's not thick, and it does have a domed bezel, so it slides fairly easy underneath the dress cuff. It's smaller than most of the DB28s. And in terms of its wrist presence, you can see this wearing well on a wrist a little bit smaller than mine, maybe 15 centimeters. It's very, very light, made entirely of titanium and sapphire, so the feeling on the wrist really is like a second skin. Taking one last look down the barrel, you can see I do have some clearance on each side. The strap is a high-grade piece, alligator leather on both sides, and this is an OEM Bethune strap, gator on the bottom rather than calfskin. Costs a few hundred more, but a watch like this is worth it because the longevity of the strap is greater, and from the factory it comes much less stiff. You can see it's dark blue. We've got a sheer cut edge that's been lacquered for refinement with a monotone blue stitch. We've got a matching titanium pin buckle here, and you can see at Bethune the buckles often match the aesthetic of the watch. So if you have a wild watch, you often have a wild buckle, whereas if you have a more conventional watch, solid dial, round case, fixed lugs, you can have a more conventional buckle. So details matter at Bethune, and that's a big part of it. We have these open, airy, prismatic buttress-like lugs with the little ogival or bullet tip element at the end, the last styling vestige of Bethune's original 2002 debut watch, the DB1, and present on most, not all, but most Bethune products ever since. The case band is polished. It has a few character lines. We've got an unbranded crown because Denis Flageolet, the founder and creative lead at Bethune, is a classicist, and traditionally, crowns would not have been signed, but it has a distinctive double knurling and drilling pattern on it. Polished grade 5 titanium, which this is, in my experience, is the best of all base metals at disguising scratches and scuffs and resisting them altogether. So if finish longevity is important to you, grade 5 is lighter than steel, hypoallergenic, but it's harder than both standard watchmaking steels and grade 2 titanium. On the dial, things have changed. Now, the original World Traveler featured a sort of quasi-world time display based on the center dial. Here we have an incredible mirror-polished, concave, fired blue cosmos, hence Starry Varius, with a combination of gold leaf celestial bodies in the distance, and then the near celestial bodies are little white gold inserts. We have guilloche with a rose gold sun insert, so this is lathe guilloche. At Bethune, they make the dials, the movements, and the cases all in-house. And then we have a track outboard with a slight camber to it, featuring little dots for the minutes and numerals for the hours. And then we have an inner track that accommodates the second time zone. So let's talk about some of the features we've got here. Obviously, manual wind watch, 5-day power reserve. Let's wind it up so that the case back is bouncing when we finally get there. And I'll demonstrate how the local time works. So local time can be adjusted without disturbing the other indications. And I can jump the date forward or backwards, depending on which way I'm traveling across the international date line. Now, also important, you can see I have a second time zone. And that second time zone, when it rolls from 1700 to 1800, features a little sphere, 1/2 gold, 1/2 blued steel. And so we have that little roll from AM to PM. And you can see that's a 24-hour scale, and that it's moving at half the speed of the time at center. And that the transition from night to day occurs at 6 a.m. You can see 1/2 the scale is dark blue, 1/2 is gold, representing day and night. It's a lot of fun to play with. I'm not going to lie. The hands, as you can see, are mirror polished and fired blue. Now to the case back. The case back features a caliber, it's the 2507, manual wind, 5-day power reserve, self-adjusting barrels are patented. You cannot accidentally overwind it. About 90 turns will fully wind the two barrels, but you can't overwind it by accident. 4 hertz beat rate. The 5-day power reserve not achieved by any artifice. Some brands will use lower beat rates or smaller balances to improve power reserve. Neither trick has been played here. It's a 30 millimeter movement that nicely fills this case back, and as you can see, it features 1, 2, 3 shock protection springs. So the self-adjusting barrels are patented. The triple parachute shock protection is patented. It's there to prevent damage, but also to improve chronometry. The balance is blued titanium with white gold masses, reducing aerodynamic drag, the impact of temperature on timing, and also maximizing the percentage of total mass in the balance. Bethune has patented no fewer than 10 individual balances. You can see we've got a sort of irregular terminal curve to the hairspring. It's flat and thin like a flat hairspring and shock resistant like a flat hairspring, but it breathes concentrically like an overcoil, and that curve is shaped by hand by cutting off the terminal coil, shaping it, and then micro clamping it back to the inner coils. Then finally there's a silicone escape wheel of Bethune's own design to minimize the need for lubrication, minimize friction, and minimize mass in the system. You can see we have mirrored execution on a monstrous scale, courtesy of diamond paste polishing, that we have not one but 2 beveled edges with the barrel bridge as well as the barrel bridge cap in profile. I don't know how well you can see this, but we have solarized barrel caps, that's easy to see, but also micro beveled teeth on the ratchet wheel, and you can see a completely rounded, tapered, and mirror polished balance bridge. We also have a base plate cap that's mirrored, and if you look, you can also see that the edges of the base plate cap have been beveled where they frame the center of the movement. And then finally, while they might look like Côte de Genève, that pattern atop the barrel bridge cap is actually an exquisitely executed lathe engraving, a very different kind of look, using a lathe to create something deeper and more sharply defined than Geneva waves. All of this is 30 meters water resistant, so splash and rain exposure. It's not a submersible sports watch, though it is a very sporty dress watch, and I think that's the best way to understand it. If you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.